Welcome to Business Ethics Online for the summer session of 2017. My time flies. My name is Craig. I'll be your instructor for the next 10 weeks in this class we call Business Ethics. This introduction video just kind of goes through some things that are important for us to cover and to look at. And I'm going to look at a few notes down here, so if I put my head down every now and then, you'll know exactly what I'm doing. Welcome to Business Ethics Online for the summer session of 2017 at Front Range Community College. When you open up your D2L and click on this class, this is what you're going to see. It may appear a little bit different because I have an instructor view and you have a student view, but everything should work pretty much the same. Welcome to Business Ethics Online for the summer session of 2017 at Front Range Community College. I'm going to be referring to some notes throughout this startup video, and as a result of that, if I look down periodically, you'll know exactly what I'm doing. This is business ethics, and I'd like you to kind of read what we have here and go to the bio in our discussions, which I'll show you in a moment, and kind of read what we've got going on there. I've put my bio in there and a picture of my granddaughter, and I'm trying to find a picture of my grandson to get in there. But for right now, it's just McKenna. And you'll hear a lot about them throughout the course of the semester because grandkids are so much fun. I decided that if you have them, you should have the grandkids first. Welcome to Business Ethics Online Summer Session 2017 for Front Range Community College. My name is Craig. I'll be your instructor for the next 10 weeks. We have a lot of work to do. We're putting 15 weeks worth of work into 10 weeks. Summers are good for that, but it's a good way to get a class done quicker. So a little extra work, but at the end of the day, I think that we'll have covered a lot of material. I first want to say that this class begins at 12:01 a.m. May the 30th. So it must be May the 30th because you're watching this or shortly thereafter. And this will run through 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, August the 6th. So that gives us a 10-week class. This is an overview, some important things that we need to keep you on task. And just remember that when you go to the contents page, which I'm going to actually do that here. When you go to the contents page, you're going to find a course information and a getting started element. So you'll want to read through the policies, the non-attendance, and here's your syllabus, your course schedule, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Some very important guidelines that you'll need to check out here on both the online discussion as well as the reading journal that you'll be doing. And then there's one big paper that's due in the middle of July or the first part of July. And then we'll talk about the CRAP test worksheet. So that's an important thing that you'll need to do in conjunction with your paper. And so as a result of that, if you go into all this information, read through everything that you have, you're going to find in the syllabus that my cell phone number is available. I am going to say this, do not call or text me. I do take text. I want everybody to know that. Do not call or text me after 10 p.m. or before 5 a.m. So if you do that, we'll all be happy if you call me or text me after 10 p.m. In a very nice way, I'll strongly tell you that that wasn't a very good idea. So as a result of that, if you can just respect those wishes, I want to make sure that I'm available. So either one of those is available to me. If you look at here, we have the course schedule, and I'm going to go up here on my computer and I'm going to get it picked up here. So on the course schedule, this gives you a schedule of everything that happens every week and what to do. So you can see here that the first week is a little bit different. Weeks 2 through 15 are a little bit different, or 2 through 10, excuse me. So just make sure you're aware of that. Usually Discussion posts are due at 11:59 on Wednesdays, as you'll see right here. However, in week 1, they're not due till 11:59 on Thursday. Also, discussions usually run through Friday night at 6 p.m. So discussions are open from Monday through Friday in my class. I'm busy on the weekends. We just bought 35.5 acres. I'm in the process of having 2 houses built on those acres, and I'm putting in driveways, having my well dug, bringing electricity onto the property, digging foundations, putting up sheds. It's a lot of work, and so my weekends are a little bit tied up because I'm busy working on those kinds of things. So please keep in mind that our discussions will normally run weeks 2 through 10 from 12:01 a.m. on Monday to 6 p.m. on Friday. And we'll talk about those discussions in just a minute. The textbook for this class is an ebook. You can buy the access code at the library or at the bookstore at any of the campuses. If you're having trouble with that or they don't have any access codes, please email me immediately and I will send you a direct link to the publisher, and you can actually buy the book from the publisher online and have instant access. That makes it a little bit easier for everybody. The other reason I like the ebook is there's a lot of, in the reading material, there's a lot of videos that they bring in to help illustrate the point, case studies, those types of things. And so we'll be using some of that throughout the semester, and that will help keep everybody on task. This schedule, once again, so you can see that there are no discussion or no reading journals due. So over here we have reading journals, so chapters 1 and 2. Because it's a 10-week course, we are actually going to be doubling up at the first part of the semester so that you can not have to double up at the end of the semester. And I think that works a little bit better. So a lot of your work is due in many classes at the end. So we're going to be a little bit top heavy at the front, and hopefully that'll mellow things out as we get down through the semester. So notice that there are 2 reading journals that are due on week 2 and week 3. On week 1, there's no reading journal due, but you will need to read chapters 1 and 2 right here. So this is your reading assignment. Here's what date the reading journals are due. So reading journals are due at 11:59 on Wednesday, and your first discussion in a discussion thread. There's 2, and most weeks have 2 discussion threads. The final week has 1. So they are graded separately. So the requirements for discussions must be followed per discussion. So in our discussion threads, you're graded on 2 things. You're graded on the number of posts, 3 things: the number of posts, the number of days that you post, and also the content of the post. You know, oh, I loved your post. Oh, I agree with you 100%, are not grade-worthy posts. They're very encouraging to your classmates, and I strongly encourage that. However, if you post minimum of 4 posts, and if 2 of your posts are, oh, I totally agree with you, you'll get credit for 2 posts, not 4, because I need content. So every post that you post outside of those needs to contain some type of content. You can respond with content and at the end say, hey, I loved your post, or at the beginning say, hey, I loved your post. But once again, remember that content's important. So in our discussion threads, you are required in each discussion, and they're graded separately, not together. So each discussion has a minimum of 4 posts required, and you have to post on a minimum of 3 different days. The first post must be submitted by 11:59 p.m. on Wednesdays, except for week 1. Okay? And then you have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That gives you time to get your 3 days in. You just have to make sure that you respond to 3 other posts after your initial post. In every post except for the biographies in week 1, you will be required to post your answer before you'll be able to see any posts of your classmates. Okay, so that's very, very important you remember that. And hopefully, as we go through it, things get a little bit easier. We can keep things in perspective. Let me go back. I think everything that we need to cover is here. So your short writing assignments are due. Once you're, again, here you have your current issues paper. and you'll notice that some of the chapters have quizzes that are involved, and you'll want to take those quizzes. I want to talk about, let's go here to the CRAP test worksheet. So for your current issues paper, you're required to have a minimum of 5 sources, okay? And you can have as many sources as you want, but you need a minimum of 5. And the CRAP worksheet is a way for you to test your sources to find if they're a strong or a weak source. And at the end, you can actually come up with a grading rubric for this, okay? So each one of these, the C, the R, the A, and the P, are worth 10 points. And you have to ask your question. When was the information published or posted? You're going to be doing a current issues paper, which means I'm not looking for information from 2004. I'm looking for information from 2015, 16, 17, or 16, 17, depending on which subject you choose. You have 4 different subjects that you can choose to write your paper on. And so you're going to look at when it was posed. You're going to look at the relevance of that, the importance of the information to meet the needs of your paper. You're looking at the source. Who published it? Did it come from a blog? Probably not a good one to use as one of your 5 main sources. A good one to use maybe for an opinion, but not to use as one of the 5 main sources. So what you'll do is you'll turn in a CRAP worksheet. I encourage you to print it out, fill it out, and then submit it as a PDF in addition to your paper in the Dropbox. These are required. If they're not there, points will be deducted for not giving me the CRAP worksheet for each of your 5 stated sources. Now you can use 10 sources. That's great. I have no problem with that. However, 5 of your sources must be worked on this worksheet to show me that you did the homework to make sure that it was a relevant and an authentic source. Okay? So I'm not looking for a blog. I'm not looking for somebody's opinion. I'm not looking for, somebody's TV show that says this or that, or what you heard on, or read in Time magazine. I'm looking for something that has some substantial information included. One of the questions that I get asked a lot is, how much time will I spend online? This is a summer class, so I'm going to say that you're probably going to spend 3 to 4 hours a week online for this class. Normally a 15-week class is about 2 to 3 hours. A 10-week class is going to be a little bit more. And so I need you to make sure that you plan that. Also, in week 1 in the biographies, one of the questions I ask is that you give some advice to somebody who's never taken an online course. So if you've taken an online course, what worked well for you? I want to know. If you've never taken an online course, I strongly encourage you to read every single posting that's posted in there, because there's some great information that my students can tell that I can't. And the other thing is, if I give you all the great things to do in an online course, you're going to see it from the perspective of Craig, and not all of us have the same personality. But in a class of 20 students or more, all of a sudden you get a lot of different perspectives. You grab the thing that works best for you, you take it, you run with it, and you'll succeed in this class. My goal is to help you succeed. So hopefully, as we've gone through this, I want to go back here to the content page. As we go through this, I want you to make sure that you look through and read everything that's here. If we go to the weekly topics, you're going to see that every week I have a picture, and every week everything that's due is listed there. So on week 2, everything that's due will be listed there. When the week opens up, which week 2 opens up on, June 1, you'll have access to click on this, which gives you the short writing assignment that's due at the end of that week. This clicks on the Dropbox for the short writing assignment. Here's your 2 different discussion threads that you'll have to do. Here's a link to the quiz. Everything that's due will show up every week. Everything that's due will show up. So here it is. It's all due. It's going to show up. This is what you have to get done, right? Included the CRAP worksheet for the current issues paper. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm looking forward to a great semester, and I think together we can learn a lot about business ethics. Some people call it an oxymoron. I guess we'll take this semester and we'll find out. Welcome to the class. I look forward to engaging with you all. Thank you.